After many years, it is finally here, the start of a new and hopefully another epic journey into the Murim world. But before that, a brief intro for all who don't know what I'm talking about and why this is such a damned hype. But for those who do know, skip to the end for a quick recap on the previous Breaker seasons, along with news on the new Part 3. The Breaker is a South Korean manhwa series that first debuted way back in 2007 and ran for 10 volumes until 2010, after which we got a sequel called The Breaker NEWBIES, which continued from 2010 to mid-2015, and ever since then fans have been waiting for The Breaker Part 3. The Breaker follows Shiun, who lives a pathetic life of being beaten up, pushed to his limit, and now on the verge of suicide, he accidentally witnesses Cheonu's fighting skills. Determined to change himself, he requests Cheonu to teach him how to fight, but Shiun is unaware of his master's shady past and the unseen underbelly of the Murim society. To some extent, the synopsis does sound like it took some notes from the anime industry, and maybe they did, but that shouldn't deter you from giving this a try. After all, let's be honest, we all love a good zero to hero story, and The Breaker delivers. One thing to note is that while I say manhwa, this isn't any different from a manga. Made by Korean authors, it's made to be read from right to left just like a manga, and is not colored like recent manhwas. To me, this just adds to the hype. The crazy flying kicks are all in black and white with some awesome level of detail that colored manhwa just cannot be as good. The art is sharp and is perfect for a story filled with action. The character development is good but could have been much better. The story is quite engaging. While it does start off a bit slow, it becomes a very eventful and captivating read. Overall, The Breaker is by no means the perfect manhwa, but everything bad is carried by the amazing fight scenes, action, and the art that just sucks you in only to find yourself binging over 200 chapters in a single day. And if you haven't read this yet, you are so damn lucky because the Part 3 of the Breaker series is finally here. A quick recap to all those who have read the manhwa, but it's just been too damn long and you cannot remember who does what. In the first Breaker series, Cheonu, also known as Gumun Ryung, which basically means the strongest in the world, trains Shiun in martial arts to help him tackle the bullies, during which Cheonu departs on a mission to free a person named Sosul. While in his mission, he learns that the Martial Arts Alliance has taken Shiun hostage. This is because the Martial Arts Society hates Cheonu for previously killing one of the masters, and unable to go directly after Cheonu, they go after his disciple. In the conflict that followed, which involves Cheonu, Cheonu's girlfriend, and Shiun, Cheonu's girlfriend gets killed and in his rage goes on a rampage, killing many and destroying Shiun's core, which makes it impossible for him to use martial arts again. With this, their relationship as master and disciple has ended. Cheonu leaves, becoming the leader of a resistance group who is now revered as a god by all, as he vows to return and kill every martial art master. Shiu, on the other hand, learns that Sun Yu clan leader Sosul names him as the successor. In the sequel, Breaker NEWBIES, Shiun, now under the Sun Yu clan, trains, trying to regain his martial arts abilities. The Martial Arts Alliance is seen losing control over the world, and a new group called the SUC that worships Cheonu terrorizes ordinary citizens in his name. Upon learning this, Shiun resolves to destroy them for tarnishing his teacher's name, but soon enough, Cheonu arrives at the martial arts HQ and goes after the director, only to be stopped by his disciple. Due to the trauma of losing the woman he loved, Cheonu had to erase his memory, but after fighting Shiun, he regains some of his memories. The final conflict ends with SUC leader losing, Cheonu leaving once again, and Shiun with his martial art powers back at work. Other characters to look out for in Part 3 are Jinye, the red-headed girl who acted as a bodyguard for Shiun in the Breaker NEWBIES and is part of the Sun Yu clan. And we have Kang Sera, the black-haired girl who is the head of the Milyang clan and initially had a grudge against Shiun. Now for part 3 called as Breaker Eternal Force, which has finally released the first chapter all in color and actually representing the essence of a manhwa. The first chapter shows a parallel of Shiun and Cheonu in the form of Shiun and another bullied student. Sounds like a perfect start. I can tell this is going to be a hell of a ride.